Hello guys and welcome back to the Parc'd podcast by Parc'd. It is episode 17, the Norman-NATO edition, which is rather fitting because with Formula E. And as you may be able to see, Celeste is not here because Celeste is in Thailand for 4 weeks. Rude as hell. Sends me a message every single day to show me she's next to the pool or in the sun and it's snowing. But we do have none other than the absolute icon, the queen of all things Formula E, our newest little Formula E journalist, Yasmin Weston, also known as my boss.
Hello. Yes, lovely to be here.
She's come here to absolutely chat all shit that is Formula E. That was not an English sentence. I have had no sleep.
I'm here to be the battery queen.
That took me a second to realise what you mean. I was like, battery? Why?
Yeah.
Like, what? Why?
Wait.
And I was like, oh, yeah. Makes sense. Formula E. Yeah, got it.
Tough paper round.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. It's just me. I'm not with it today. But obviously we are coming off of the first ever? No. Well, no, the first ever Formula E race in the Generation 3 cars. In Mexico City, which was a I don't know. I think it's a controversial race on whether you think it was amusing or not. Whether you thought it was a decent race or not.
I mean, my heart rate I don't think went below sort of like 120 for the entirety of the race. Like I was just you put money on how many safety cars we had.
I spent my whole time complaining the entire race, and I don't regret a single bit of it.
I find myself just sad.
Yeah, you
are. Robin.
I've had to watch it again. Like, I don't remember it, like, at all. Like, any time I work a sports event, I don't know if you get this with, like, commentary, but I don't remember what happened. Like, you're so focused on, like, just robotic, like, I've got to get this down, I've got to do this, I've got to do, like, I don't other than Jake won, I don't know what happened. So I had to rewatch the highlights because I had no clue, but I think really depended who your favourite drivers were as to whether you've enjoyed the race or didn't.
Yep. I think everything went downhill for me in that race because I went into this season and I was like, I have to reevaluate my entire Formula E. The entirety, I need to reevaluate. I left last season a Mercedes EQ fan with Nick de Vries as my favourite driver. None of that returned. Nick de Vries went off to Formula 1 and Mercedes EQ just left and got replaced by McLaren, which is fine because I don't mind McLaren's lineup. There are reasons why I will not be supporting McLaren as a team. I'll leave it at that. Obviously still continuing to support Stoff, but obviously he finished 10th, which is, it's not looking good. And supporting Lucas Di Grassi. And
I'm wrapping myself up. It hurts.
I was like, well, it's fine because I'm supporting Lucas Di Grassi and he's starting on pole. And that Mahindra was just so slow. The fact that Jake Dennis was able to pull away by 8 seconds at one point. And then we had the train, which was giving all things Formula 1 DRS just without the DRS and with.
Di Grassi is the Alonso of this season already. Yeah. He is the Di Grassi train is here.
Yeah, I think if Di Grassi wasn't so good at defending,
Jake, that.
No,
Jake was like,
murdered by Jake Dennis.
No Jake Dennis Eraser here.
I was saying. Because like obviously the pace of cars behind Di Grassi, but he obviously had the experience and the skill of defending. So I don't know. I think,
I was really torn because obviously I loved Di Grassi. I wanted Di Grassi to win, right? and I wanted him to get a podium. But I love Jake Hughes, and I always wanted Jake Hughes to get a podium. He had Andre Lotterer up his ass so much, and I'm like,
man.
if only Degrassi just moved out of the way, and it would be fine. And I was like, well, no, because I don't want Degrassi to move out the way because I want him on the podium. But then also I would really like a Jake Hughes podium on his first ever Formula E race. And I got the Lucas Degrassi podium just by literally just. Still.
Did you see? Sorry, did you see the cool down room, whatever they call it now?
Yeah.
Jake just walking in like he's just like been on a marathon, and
like-
like and don't even stop, and they're just like,
Yeah. Welcome to my team.
I said that was
poor
the
Jake,
hardest race I've
man's
ever done.
traumatized.
That's
It's that
Traumatized.
meme that's like, first time, and they're like, no, not my first time.
Poor man.
I feel like before we delve too much into Mexico, you guys could have a guess who. You know, just to keep everything split.
Let's go.
So, for preliminaries, that's
Right,
the correct word.
course.
But Yaz, there are going to be 6 clues. Obviously, if you get it in clue number 1, you get 6 points. Clue number 2 is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way
I'm
down,
explaining
right?
this like I don't listen to the podcast. I know how to guess who.
Well, shit. Well, so, you know. That means you know that question number 1 is exactly what question number 1 is going to be very strong because it's based on the exact same thing every single time. Well,
So
fact
bad.
Number 1. Fact number 1, this driver started karting at the age of 8. You're welcome.
Everyone.
Actually,
I can tell you it's not Jake Hughes.
Literally, that's the one person you can cross
Yeah.
out.
8 is quite late though. Like like people like Lando started at like 4. Like they started in a car at like 4 or 5. They didn't start racing until they could like legally race, but they started early.
yeah. So it's fairly
Jake
late.
Hughes, Jake Hughes was 16.
So
Yeah.
16, yeah, that's the only one I can like fully remember.
Jake Hughes is old in terms of like drivers.
I still remember you going, "Do you know how old Jake Hughes is?" And I was like, "Yeah, he's in his like, early 20s." And she was like, "No,
No.
Oh.
no."
Okay, ready?
I don't know.
Fact number 2. This driver has competed in the F3 European Championship, but has never competed in any F2 event.
Max Futrell. Too soon? Too soon?
Oh,
That
Max
hurt me a
reading
bit
this,
actually.
okay, all of us.
Right where it hurts. So she
Oh.
We're just like,
ripped my entire heart out while you're at it.
Christ.
Sorry, Max.
Anything other than Max Futrell, anyone?
I
Don't-
have no clue.
Katie's having.
Oh, I'll go Sasha. I'll go Sasha. I'm going Sasha.
If only I'd written the fucking article about him, then I would know.
Wait, is it Max?
No, it's not Max.
Is it Verstappen? No?
It's not Max. I can tell you it's not Max.
Okay.
You're going Sasha.
Okay. Question number 3. This driver took 3rd as his best Formula 3 championship finish. So he finished 3rd and he never did F2. And now he's doing whatever the fuck he's doing.
Sticking with
Yeah,
Sasha.
Gasly.
The only thing I traumatized you again? Not this early on in the year. I'd at least wait till your birthday.
Is it like FIA F3 or like FRACA?
It's FIA Formula 3
European.
Championship.
You know, airbox cars. The airbox cars.
Okay.
I loved
If it
airbox
was
cars.
GP3, I had an idea, but it's not.
Who's
Sasha.
riding the GP3?
Connor Daly. Because I know Connor Daly did GP3 and then he went back to America.
Why would you go back to America?
Money.
It's IndyCar. That is the most Connor thing. Just
Okay.
be yeah.
Don't worry, I'll add this into the mix. Number 4, this driver has raced in the 24 Hours of Le Mans.
Fuck. Oh,
It was the
crikey.
LMP2 class, if that's any help.
No.
Not really.
Cool. They did
No.
They've done LMP2 in the 24 Hours of Le Mans. They've never raced in F2, but they were almost vice champion in F3. And they carted at the age of 8.
You know that's not helpful. You know fully well.
That's just like I'm never coming back on this thing again.
I can't think.
Yaz is going to kick herself.
Esty Bestie.
It must be Formula E themed. So
You know, it's this kind of.
I was going to say it can't be Jake,
God,
can
it's
it?
Jake, isn't it?
Is it?
It's Jake. It's Jake.
Is
Dennis.
it?
Jake Dennis.
It's like, I was like, as soon as I said, okay, it's going to be Formula E. It's like it's going to be Formula E themed.
I'm gonna guess Jake
dots
Dennis.
just connect.
Oh, because I was thinking it's going to be Formula E themed. Yaz is here, so I was like, it's got to be Jake, but I don't recollect that.
Facts
He's done Le Mans, but he's never finished it. I'm pretty sure he's like
he
crashed out every year.
DNF'd, yeah.
Dennis
Well,
Exner.
number 5 would have probably given it to you. This driver has been an F1 development driver for Red Bull since 2018.
Yeah.
And then number 6 was just, this driver won the first Formula E race of season 9. 9. Hi, Jake Dennis. I was like, who do I do for the Guess Who? Who better than race winner Jake Dennis with... If I could be bothered to go back up the conversation, I would find the voice note of Yaz screaming Jake. Because my microphone's here, right? And I'm on call to Katie and Nicole at the time because I was streaming it through to Nicole. And I'm like opening it up. So I'm just like here on my phone, forgetting how close it is to this. And I'd open it up and it would obviously go through the microphone, but then Katie was also listening to the audio message at the same time. So it'd just be this echo of Yaz screaming through the microphone every single time. There was one time though that we both clicked it at the exact same time and it was just synced up Yaz screaming. I can't remember who. I think it was Dan in qualifying. Might have been.
I think we'll be able to describe when we were in London and Jake just was like nothing will be able to describe that.
Right.
I think he did a very impressive job. Personally, I was angry at the day when it happened. I've grown since.
Formula E is a learning curve for all of us.
Yep.
So true.
Yep. The thing is though, is that
Manage your expectations.
Yeah. No matter how much hope you can have, it'll always go downhill.
It's a good job that all the drivers and all the teams are like nice.
Yeah.
Like there's
Friends.
there's not anybody in the paddock that I don't like, which can't be said for all series. But like it means that like even though you have your favourites, like you're kind of happy if anyone wins. Like you're like, yeah, good race. The sport is the real winner. Yay!
Yeah. I think I was so disappointed by this weekend because I got so excited by Dan Tictum for the man to receive the most amount of penalties I have ever seen accumulated in just one race.
I was sat in my chair getting war flashbacks the entirety of the F1 season with Pierre Gasly, watching Dan Tictum get penalty after penalty after penalty.
Oh, guy.
I'm in the wars.
It was the fact though the first one was
really reminded me
overpower before he even started the race. He hadn't even started the race.
So he on the burnout. So before for anybody who doesn't watch Formula E, before they start the race, they start a grid row behind where they actually start, and they do a burnout into the grid position in front. In that burnout, he had a power spike, which made him overconsume, which then led to him getting a penalty. So before the race had even started.
I think
so stupid.
I think my favourite penalty was the fact he was 9 seconds behind Sergio Sette Camara. And all of a sudden it pings up at the bottom. Dan Tictum, 10-second time penalty for leaving the track and gaining an advantage by moving from 9 seconds behind in dead last to 9 seconds behind in dead last. And it happened not once, twice. Twice that man got penalised for it.
Flashbacks. leaving the track and gaining an advantage. Flashbacks.
How can you gain an advantage
It really
from dead
gave
last?
me. It really gave me second race in Berlin last year when Nick Cassidy got like 45 grid penalty, so I had to start from the pit lane
So bad.
and then come out of the pit lane, do a lap, and then go back in and do a drive-through penalty because that's how they gave it to him because he had so many
That was
grid
so
drops.
stupid.
Is it Jensen Button that's got like a 75 place grid penalty or
Yeah.
something still to take?
No,
because he retired.
it's a five place grid penalty because he hit Pascal off in Monaco for the one off race he did.
You know what though? That leads us nicely into P2, Pascal Wehrlein.
Pascal.
You know what? I was quite happy to see
Expectant
that
father.
something. Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
Do you not
he
see
did
the
that
thing?
like big return to Instagram after like not being on Instagram for months?
And
With,
everyone was just like,
I think he's got engaged. They're expecting a child. Like his girlfriend as well. Lovely. Friend of Dan Tickton's stream. Lovely.
Is she?
The
An
Pascal
icon?
Wehrlein family.
Do you know who isn't a friend
Great,
of the Dan
great people.
Tickton stream? Yaz Weston is not a fan of the Dan Tick fan. A friend of the Dan Tickton stream. Yaz comes in and says hello, and I just block the second she speaks.
Oh yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah.
And
I
Dan,
thought you were
Dan just
saying
looks at it and
hater.
goes, okay.
it's unfair.
You know what? It's vice versa in the Max Futrell stream, though. So it's all good. It's all
Yeah.
good.
That's true.
But that I don't really know if I want to speak on Porsche because it's not the Porsche I would have wanted there, but I'm not mad. I love Pascal.
Oh,
He's so lovely. He's such a nice little egg.
He was so sweet at London. He was so nice. He was so apologetic for his teammate being a complete and utter tosser. And he was just like, I'm sorry.
Did you?
It's okay, Pascal.
oh,
It's okay,
bless.
Bestie.
Because when we were at Formula E in London, we were partially with like Yaz and a bunch of other people as well. And like, because I know we were all in the pit walk at the same time, because obviously I was in the pit walks there. So we'd like randomly bump into each other, go hi, and talk, and we'd see each other outside and about, but all of our seats were like all over the gaff. So I don't
Yeah.
actually know. Did you end up meeting Andre after the qualifying drama? That was the
No.
Sunday.
We did.
Yeah, it was Sunday.
No.
It was Sunday.
I think I spent too long in the pit lane on Sunday fangirling over Susie Wolf.
Yeah, me too. I
Yeah,
agree.
that's fair.
I agree.
We were just stood there. We were
I
just
was
stood
just
there
there,
like,
me and Kate, like, the thing is, I don't really get starstruck that often. Like, I just, like, I can go up to speak to, like, any of the drivers, anything. It's, like, I'm the one that my friend sends to, like, get driver cards and stuff and ask for photos because I just don't care, which is, you know, like, they're people and, you know, it is what it is. But for some reason, our friend Kate and I saw Tom Blomqvist in the pit lane and we lost our shit. Like, both of us there, like, that's him. That's Tom Blom. And like, we were like, is it him? Because obviously, like, he went through the phase of having the skinhead and then like he had hair at this point. And we were like, no, that definitely is Tom Blom. Like, he's with Envision, like, he's got Envision top on, like, that's him. And we were like, we should get a photo, because, you know, we're big American racing fans, me and Kate. And we were like, you should get a photo. And I was like, well, you ask. And she was like, no, you ask. And I was like, well, I don't want to ask. I'm embarrassed. And I just stood there in the middle of the pit lane. Tom Blomqvist is right there talking to his friend. And we're both like, no, you ask. No, you ask. And like, I like went to go and do it like 3 times and chickened out. I was like, no, I don't understand it.
This has the
Because
same.
you like,
I was gonna say,
we did.
this has the same energy of me going to go after Susie Wolf and then stopping and just turning and walking the other way back again because I pussied out of it because I was like, I can't speak to Susie Wolf.
And then me sitting outside the XL about to have a panic attack because someone's going, Katie, don't panic, but Stoffel Van Dorn is behind you.
I'm pretty sure
Like-
that was Yaz that said that as well. Because I remember Yaz going, I can go get him over. I'll go bring him over. And Katie's like hyperventilating on the floor. And Yaz is going, I can go stop him and get him over. And Katie's like, I can't do this.
This is what I mean. Like,
Or
Stoffel Van Dorn, like ex-F1 driver, like at this point, like in the running for the Formula E World Championship, don't care. Tom Blomqvist, I'm like, oh my god.
it was like when him and Norman were sat like above us, and they started walking down the stairs, and I was just like, "Is that Tom and Norman?"
No.
And we were both looking, we're like,
It's when they walked down and walked out of the grandstand, turned and looked at us because we were all going.
No, yeah, because they were literally sat 3 rows behind us during practice and didn't even know when they were there. And then I was looking around and I was like, and then Naomi looks at me and then looks up and she's like, so then Katie's like, what the fuck is going? And we're like, is that?
It's because they had the headsets on.
that?
And
And then
I was like,
what?
important people.
And we were like, should we go
That
after them?
was
But then
in Berlin.
it was by the time we'd like come to the mental realization of what the fuck had just occurred. We were like, let's go say hi. Literally got downstairs, but like they're gone. We must have been sat there starstruck for a solid like 5 minutes.
We were just like,
I think it was first day in Berlin because I went to the Berlin EPrix last year. And Norman was in the stand with like somebody else from Jaguar, and we just all like somebody was like, "Oh, Norman Nato's at the back of the stand." His episode, and we turned around and we all simultaneously in our group went, "Morning, Norman!" like something out of Postman Pat.
That's like all of us when we were like too busy focused on watching the Indy car outside of the XL. And Antonio makes the cross and just starts walking by, and he just looks at us, and we all look at him and go, "Hi, congrats on the race, bye." Watching IndyCar, and he's like,
and then he comes over and he's like,
what are you watching? Oh, IndyCar.
You girls start reacting about me. Like, let me come over and just make it worse.
This happened at Silverstone as well with Juan Manuel Correa. So we're like in the inner track. There's like a coffee shop by the F2, F3 paddock, and basically like not many people know that you can go down there, and the queue's not bad at all because it's just kind of like F2, F3 paddock personnel who use it, and it's way cheaper because they don't put their prices up from like when it's open normally during the week. So we were going there in the mornings and we were in there getting coffee, and we're talking about like what times things are on and blah blah blah, and like whether we want to move seats and whatnot. Somebody behind us goes, "Oh, what time are the F2? What time is the F1 practices on today?" We turn around, it is none other than Juan Manuel Correa, and I was just like,
I would lose my shit.
But the thing is like at the time I was like, what? Like who is interrupting our conversation? Like, and just like, who are you? And I turned around and I was like, oh,
you can interrupt however much you want, Juan. You can just come watch it with us. Let's go, Juan. Let's go.
And then we got a photo and it was really nice and he was really sweet.
I remember you showing me that photo and I was like, I have never been more jealous. Jealous?
It's a really
in my life.
Such a lovely guy. Because I met him this year at Silverstone. So lovely, bless him. And like, because he's like the last person walking around because it had like all the F2 and F3 boys like before him. And he was the last one coming around and we just as we were going, bye, Juan. Bye. just such a lovely guy.
We get to watch him race live in the 24 hours of Le Mans.
Yeah.
I've just thought that.
Yeah.
Yaz will be at IndyCar.
I don't know which I'd prefer in that situation.
Yeah, to be fair.
I keep telling Yaz
I'm really sad that one of the races I'm at for work clashes with F2, so we won't be there.
Yeah. Spa. Swag Money, Belgium.
Swag Money.
Swag Money, Belgium. Just the title of the podcast, Swag Money, Belgium. Absolutely no correlation to anything.
No context. No context.
Edition. If Norman Nato released a song, Swag Money, Belgium. Why Norman Nato would have any affiliation with Belgium, I have no clue. But it works, I guess. Maybe. Yeah, and then obviously, if we look back at the podium, Lucas Di Grassi third. We just don't have to talk about that. It's fine. Uh, emotionally unstable. And
Let's skip fourth place.
there was something that was a little bit more emotionally unstable. I'm skipping fourth because
Yep, cool. Thank you. Yep,
Andre
please,
Lotterer
no
ruined
problem.
my entire life that day by putting Jake Hughes down into 5th.
Oh man.
I think
I
the
love Jake
rookies
Hughes.
broke my heart this weekend. I think that's the best summary of it. Because
Do you still have that turbo attack? I think you've got to have that close nut by somewhere. You can just because it's brilliant in all the
Your
pictures
forehead.
because it's just like
Oh
Gets
god,
out
here
of
comes
her
the folder.
you should have seen us sat in spoons after the race.
It was everyone like sat around just going, what the fuck are they doing? Because there's like
Victor literally being like, what are those?
4 grown women sitting there and opening up Turbo Attack, putting them in a folder.
what team did he race for?
What
Oh, he's there.
I
Fucking lost him for a second. BAR.
It was that season of HWA, or is it VAR?
VAR.
is it still smudged?
Yeah, it's smudged with my titty sweat.
Yeah. Basically, because it was here in
You
all the
see it?
pictures, and we're like,
He
"What's
signed
that?"
it.
in all the pictures.
He signed it on the worst bit. Like, why did the man decide to sign the card with a black pen on the black bit of the race suit? Jake Hughes.
Sam did that as well
So
on my
lucky.
driver card.
I'm not. They drive cars at God knows how many mile an hour for a living. They're not smart.
No brains.
No brain.
They're not smart.
Head
No
empty.
brain.
Head empty.
Only Formula E. And even then, not
Although-
always.
If you can trust any driver to take a selfie of you and it will be good, Sam Bird.
Sam Bird. I was gonna
Oh,
say
yeah.
that.
That
That
picture is so
selfie
good.
is
Sam
so
Bird knows
good.
what's up.
Kate,
He
oh,
knows what's up.
Kate was so cute in that photo because we were, what's it called? We were having a photo and Kate was there. Kate was like, "I'll get out of it." I was like, "Kate, you stay in the photo."
Like, no.
I was like, "You get your Sam Bird photo." Yeah, because
And
I
it was
like,
so sweet because he was poor man. He was just not having a weekend of it,
didn't you
was he?
tell him to break a leg?
We
No.
No, Yaz told him to break a leg.
Yeah. Well, so basically, we had a bit of like an ongoing joke with because I went to 3 races last season. I went to the doubleheader in Rome, the doubleheader in Berlin, and then the doubleheader in London.
So you went to
So
6 races.
by the time of the Sunday pit walk at at the London EPrix, some of these guys had seen me 6 times because every race I would get dragged to the autograph session to go and get driver cards for people because I was just like, yeah, I don't care. Like, who am I to them? Like, they're not going to remember me. Oh, but some of them did. Like, me and Chloe would go up to them and be like, "You're the girls from Berlin, aren't you?" And I'd be like, "Oh, God." Because we were just like, high on coffee and just like the excitement. And we were saying like, "Oh, we've been in Rome to Jake, to Sam and Mitch," and Sam was like, "Oh, why do you only go to races where he does good then? Like, when is it my turn to get your guys' luck?" And I was like, "Sam, just do better." Like, literally, I just don't know what. I was just like, just do better. Like, and he was like, "Well, I can't buy talent off Amazon." And I was like, you shouldn't have to. Like, you should just have it. So then we were like, "Good luck anyway." Had an awful time in Berlin. So when we saw him again in London, we were like, "We're not going to say good luck to you because it doesn't work." So we were like, "Oh, break a leg." Broke his hand.
Sorry, stop.
So poor. So poor.
And also, if I had a nickel for every time Dan Tickton broke somebody's hand in a crash, I'd have 2 nickels, which is not a lot, but it's strange that it happened twice.
Oh my
Honestly,
god.
the fact that Robin broke his hand in one of my group chats, all of it was thank God it wasn't Dan. Thank God it wasn't Dan. Because if that man had broken a hand 3 seasons in a row, just
Sorry, can I just see the TikTok?
Just
If I had 2
If I had
nickels.
2 nickels for every time Dan Picton broke a hand, broke someone else's hand. Oh, oh, bless him. Bless him. Yeah, he was the first out in lap 2. Robin Friends. To be fair, the crash didn't even look that nasty.
You
How
can talk to me about it.
completely obliterated his hand. Like a
It's his
5 hour
hand and his
surgery.
wrist as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5 hour surgery. Like, because I was like, how? Because like Sam Bird was like, I think I'd broken my hand, and then it wasn't for like hours after the race that it came out that he'd actually broken his hand when he got it X-rayed. And I was like, how do they know that he's like immediately? Because it came on within like, I think just after this, like that first safety car finished.
Yeah,
they were told on the
it was still
broadcast that
alive.
he'd broken his hand, and I was like, how? Like either they've got like really good medical facilities on site, which is like amazing, or like how would they know? And then I found out that apparently like bone was poking out of skin, and I was like, oh yeah, that's probably how they knew then.
Yeah.
Ow.
I mean, this is the person that has a degree on like looking at like sports fractures and like open fractures. I've seen them in person, but even just the description of it makes me feel ill. I'd like if I actually saw him like come out of the car with it, I'd be fine. But because I'd watched him crash, and then knowing that he'd broken it after that crash, it would have made me feel really like icky.
Yeah, I watched the video and I was trying to watch it like, and it's basically because like, so I heard someone talk about it because of the fact that we don't have wheel covers anymore, which is like a big factor for it. And it's like it just got caught, and like because of the way his hand moved, it just like got trapped. And it's not nice.
As long as he doesn't pull a Calamilot, he's fine. That man took his cast off so he could wear a suit. 3 days after breaking his hand.
Idiots.
I told you, they race cars for a living. They're not smart.
No common sense.
With no brains.
Naomi is probably pretty lucky though that she didn't watch the race with me and Katie, because I did pull out the Rene not so fast when he did in fact do a not so fast.
I don't like Rene Rast.
Which time?
Yeah, I know, but every time I make the Rene Rast joke, you.
Which time? In free practice or in the race?
Rene not so fast. Rene wasn't last. He was nearly last.
He was almost last.
Dan Dixon was last. Sorry, Dan. What did we... Oh, no. Sasha Fenestras was a Cancer, wasn't he?
Like, star sign.
Yeah, no,
Not,
no,
yeah.
no,
Yeah.
yeah, star sign. He's a Cancer male.
There was just nothing there then. It was just like a... Your point. What?
No, it was just the
We were all like...
it was just the bottom two Geminis, and this is what me and Yaz were talking about this morning, was drivers and their star signs, and it just made me think of is it all Geminis at the bottom? But it's not. But I remember thinking, I don't want to know anymore after seeing Sasha's.
The race started off in a Mahindra sandwich and ended up in a Gemini sandwich.
Big up the Geminis. Sorry.
I would rather start.
Oh, God.
Colin, go back to bed. I'm starved.
Okay.
Sasha.
Another notable thing is the person that came 12th place, which made me very happy. Because he didn't get no points. I don't like the man.
I think
We all know.
John Eric Byrne.
Yeah.
It was when him and Stoff were fighting, and the only thing going around in my head was, I think I've seen this film before. And I didn't like because every time Jev is near his teammate.
My fucking teammate.
It never
That's so
ends
iconic.
well. It never ends well.
It doesn't. Oh, crikey.
But you know,
And it didn't end well for Sam either, did it? Oh, man.
he just like broke down, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a drive shaft failure.
And then Mortara rear-ended the wall. What happened to Nato? Oh,
he was the one who got
he was
rear-ended
the
by
collision.
Brian's.
Yeah. God damn it, Robin Friends. Sorry. Look, I've got the
Rude.
I've got the
Aw.
Nick de Friesland flag. Hang on. Where is he? There's Robin Fries.
Robin.
The
I don't know what my book is with all my signatures.
I need to come up with a new name with it now. Because it can't just be the Neek de Friesland flag because Robin Fries is on it. Yeah.
Neat for Friesland.
Neek de Friesland Frines.
Nice.
Fry-
Thank you.
Fry-
Yeah.
I think. Are you guys ready for a quiz?
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
My eyebrows
You won't be
are
saying
so
that
short.
when you get through the quiz.
The quiz is all thing Formula E, sticking on the route of Formula E, because we bring back F1 chit chat when F1 starts doing things again that aren't stealing the Mercedes head strategist. Yep, thank you. Naomi, it's
Shook me to the
James.
core.
I'm going. Right.
You've still got over a month until any F1 starts.
Katie,
Well,
God.
actually, no.
Katie Forrest.
Thank God.
I know for a fact that you
There's 4
have...
Formula E races in that time, though.
True. That's so exciting. Yeah.
What?
I know for a fact that you currently have the 2022-23 Formula E World Championship standings up on your screen. Please, may you close it.
I actually don't. I have everything we know about the 2023 Formula 1 season. Actually, you're welcome.
Well,
So
you randomly mentioned Jean-Eric Verne finishing in 12th. I don't know why you'd expect me to think you would know that off the top of your head.
because I don't like Jean-Eric Verne, so I make it my purpose to know shit about him.
I'm going to buy you a t-shirt that's got Jean-Eric Verne's face on it.
That should be your white lie.
I love Jean-Eric Verne.
I love Sean Erickson.
Sorry. Oh, I don't want that man's name on my top. I don't like him. I love the teammate. I love the teammate.
The teammate.
Last year's or this
I
year's?
fuck- Both.
Deb is my favourite DS driver.
You prefer Jeb over Stoff?
No, not me. Her.
Oh, I was going to say,
No.
I
I like both of
Just
them.
I am
I'm not
neutral on
gonna lie.
both.
I said it many
Yeah.
times. I have no reason to dislike Jean-Eric Verne. I just hate the man with a passion.
Is it like me with Kevin De Bruyne?
Yes.
I,
It's just
Can't get behind that.
Or me with Erling Haaland. Absolutely no reason to hate him, but
Kind of
fantasy points.
yeah, that's the
not
only
doing
good
me
thing.
any favours right now, Ian. Oh my
guys, we're
god.
getting back to the pitch pictures.
Oh god, I'm gonna fucking do so badly.
Okay, are you ready? Well, Katie, bearing in mind, technically, to the table standings, you're on Celeste or on matching points.
Yeah, I know. Celeste is gonna come
Way
back from
far
Thailand.
behind.
She's gonna come back from Thailand, and our points are gonna be exactly the same. I know for a
You
fact.
are so overdramatic. Okay, question number
Hang
one.
on. There you go.
Question number
Go on.
one. There are 3 points up for grabs.
Oh no.
Which seasons were each generation introduced in? So
Wow.
obviously you've got Generation 1, Generation 2, and Generation 3. And you can either give me the years or you can give me like the number. Because I haven't both
Oh,
written down. Because every time I just write one down, someone goes, "Can I give you this instead?" And then I have to go and Google it.
So true.
So true, bestie.
So true.
I'm just guessing. Oh no, I've got I got 2 right.
I'm going to edit this back tomorrow and hate myself for whipping.
Oh yeah.
Along with my finger going, counting back the seasons.
Should he?
Okay.
9, season 8, season 7. I can't remember. Right, hang on.
Am I wrong? I think I'm wrong.
Well, if you're not wrong, you're right.
Years of the
I'm
season.
changing it. If it's what I wrote last time, that would be very simple.
You do this every single time. You
I
write it
know,
down.
and I'm always
Everyone else
right.
takes longer, and then you go, no, I'm changing it. Cross it out, write something new, and it was just what the first one was originally. And you go, can't I have points for that, please?
Please. I'm behind enough for you to give me points.
It's always Katie that takes the longest,
Mm.
without fail. Are you sorted? No.
No. I can't remember what year started, so
You
don't.
Oh.
Mm.
Well, you don't need to technically know the year. You could just write the season. You don't have to write the year. You either need to give me, the season
Me
or the
too.
year.
That's
Oh,
all.
Depends how you run it, because
Well,
I think it's I
wait,
get 7
wait.
and 9s mixed up all the time, so I keep saying we're in season
Well,
7, and we're very much not in season 7 right
Two of them have seasons. One of them has a year
now. Okay.
because I can't work out COVID.
Okay. Maybe. What have you...
Wait, I'm still
Oh.
thinking. Oh,
Sorry.
I changed
got
my mind. I'm actually going to big brain it. I'm actually sticking with my original answer. It's wrong. Oh well.
Okay. Are you
I'm
ready
ready.
now? Go on then, hit me. Is Yaz ready? Or is Yaz
Oh,
mentally
yeah.
not with the program?
So
It is, in fact, where am I looking?
a bit more excited.
Season 1, which is 2014, 2015. Season 5, which is the 2018-2019 season. And Season 9, which is the 22-23.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's all
Yes.
that matters. That is all that matters. I can sometimes edit to the best of my ability. Oh no, what have you sent me a photo of? Oh, that's a stunning thing for it to freeze on.
Did you save it? Please tell me you saved it.
Oh! Well, yeah, thanks. So that's 3 points to Yaz, 3 points to Katie, and 2 to Naomi? Question mark?
Yeah, because I changed my answer to season 5, and you went, "Oh no, your first answer's always right."
Don't blame me. As if I can see what you've written.
I'm blaming you. I am blaming you.
Well, this one's maybe slightly easier. Question number 2 is who currently sits 6th in the standings?
Who couldn't get on? Jake.
There's so much.
Am I going to have a little breakdown with the answer?
I think I'm going to. Oh, see,
I'm guessing this, but I
6th. Yeah.
6th.
until 5th, and I know number 12. I know 12th.
Yeah, I know 5th. And then below that, I'm like,
Do you know
apart
7th?
from, like, is that Mitch?
No, Mitch was 8th. No, wait, I shouldn't be
No.
telling you this. Stop gaslighting me into giving you answers.
Wait. This season's.
Yes, this season's standings. So right
But
now,
after
after
this
this
race,
race, who is currently sat 6th?
I'm ready.
You're
I
so
think.
good. Okay, what have we got? Antonio, my teammate. Sasha finished it. It is.
Oh, it is.
It is.
Remember.
Because I remember him
Never
being
got
in the
that.
driver's room and just like walking in for like 2 seconds and then leaving. And I was like, he was in there somewhere.
He appeared and he was like, goodbye.
I'm not doing this.
Whammy.
I'm
Every
not
time he
doing
came
this.
round the bloody corner, we got the whole bloody grandstand going, boo.
It wasn't the only thing we got the grandstand chanting. We got the grandstand going, ooh, ooh, down like around the corner.
Yeah,
like,
'cause of
10
how
seconds
far it
behind
was
everyone
behind.
else.
That poor Neo
And because-
last year.
And because of the people in front of us.
Yeah, they were going on about what were they saying?
They were slagging him off, I know that much.
They were slagging him off, so we was just like celebrating him as
So,
he went
yeah.
round.
Every time Dan ticked him a pic.
My
we'd cheer.
favourite was that race in Rome, in Berlin, when Nick Cassidy had that stupid penalty and he finally overtook Gio. I've not heard a cheer like it. Just the ironic cheer of when, like, both of them are a lap down.
We did something similar,
And
didn't
Nick Cassidy, who is like 100 grid positions back, overtook Giovinazzi, and everyone's like, yeah! Like they've just watched the champion be crowned.
Giovinazzi in Formula E genuinely feels like a fever dream.
It does.
Yeah.
Like, you're telling me that man
To be
appeared for
fair-
one season and dipped?
I can't.
It's so
What the
weird.
fuck is he doing now?
Weck.
What?
He's doing
Wet
wet
with
with Ferrari.
I was going to ask whether it was like he's probably a farmer somewhere farming. He just strikes me as a farmer.
Wine farmer.
Wine farmer.
Italian wine farmer.
He
No, I
is,
can
he
see him
is
as a
Clement
shepherd.
Novalak.
I could see him as a shepherd.
He is,
You know-
you know.
I was going to say with the long hair, and I remember that he fucking shaved it all off.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So question number 3. How many drivers on the current grid used to race in F1, and who were they? Classified races. Yes.
How many are we looking for?
I can't tell you because that's the answer, you dingbat.
Yeah, but you
How
never say
many-
how many points we have on offer.
Yeah, because last time I told you the answer. How many drivers on the current grid used to race in Formula 1, and who are they? Classified races only, because one of them raced in Formula 1 for one race and it was non-classified.
I think I know which
My
one that
mind
was.
has gone blank.
Ooh, that's not.
I have one.
Is it that one?
Maybe.
It's really
Just gonna
hard
wrap
'cause I can't remember the order of the teams now because it's all mixed up.
Oh,
I can tell you last
yeah. Anyway, we were just talking about one not long ago. Jensen Button rear-ended him.
Ah,
I'm so good at giving clues.
I weren't listening, I'm not gonna lie.
Middle of the grid is just like a blur to me now.
I'm just trying to think of the grid from last year. It
I
doesn't
remember-
help. I can't remember it.
I remember us talking about this one.
Oh my.
I've definitely spelt his surname wrong.
That's right. I've not.
I don't
written
know where the...
any of their names properly. They've just got like 4 or 5 letters of their name, and I'm gonna have to try and distinguish who I've written down.
I'm just trying to look for clues on my route.
Stop looking at your driver cards.
They're right in front of me.
Close your
Why is
eyes.
I have a column of definitelys and a column of maybes, and I'm thinking one of these maybes is the one that raced, but it wasn't a classified race. But I'm trying to work out who I'm going to get rid of.
I may write that down and then just write a different number. Because I know one person who did one race, so I imagine that's the non-classified one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Right, locked in.
I'm not.
So we've got the number
Yep.
of drivers and then the list of drivers that it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay.
you get a point for the number and a point for each driver. You saying locked in reminded me how sick of an idea would it be? You just get a bunch of like motorsport content creators and just chuck them in a house.
As long as I'm not in there.
And
I
then
have the
they
perfect
get to do
one.
like, and
I
you know,
have the perfect
and they do.
As long as
what do you call it?
TikTok Verstappen.
You want
Verstappen
Andy
is
Moore in
in.
there?
Yeah,
This
one. Fucking yeah, I want TikTok Verstappen because I just want him walking up to any of the girls and going, "Hello there."
Why did you do that so well? Why did you do that so
Oh my god.
Because
F1
I was
TikTok is a strange place.
it's a Star Wars quote that I listen to fucking religiously.
Move.
Oh my god.
Right, I'm
I've
still
got.
thinking.
I don't think I've got the right. I don't think I've got it right. I've got 2
I
definitely.
know there's more. a really small list, so I imagine there's more.
Are you guys ready?
No. If ever in
not
doubt,
us.
go with this number.
Okay. What number have you got?
6.
It is in fact 5.
Oh.
Okay, so I know that I know what I'm doing.
What?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Do you want me
Yeah.
to list them, or do you guys want to list them back?
We'll just
What have you got? Go on, flick it around.
because
Stoff.
it was
Ted,
Andre that did one race.
Seti, Wemi, Dak, Stoff,
Oh, for fuck's
Verlai,
sake, of course he
Degrassi.
did.
Who, wait, can you not do that while I'm doing that? Seb Buemi, Jev, Pascal, De Lucas Degrassi. Correct. Sebastian Buemi, Jean-Eric Verne, Lucas Degrassi,
Oh.
Pascal Verlaine, Stoffel Van Dorn.
Yeah, because Andre did one race in Spa with Caterham. I was gonna call him like Cabram then. And he did the race just did not.
What about Sergio?
Who did you cross out?
Andre.
Andre. Who did you forget about, Katie?
Sergio.
Sergio Say Camera didn't race, did he? Have I done my
No.
calculations wrong?
No, it's ridiculous for
I
McLaren.
said Sete instead of Pascal.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you said
Sorry.
just to Sete.
Hang on. Wait, what
Sorry.
have we got? Yaz got 4, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Naomi, mate. 1, 2, 3, 4. Naomi's catching. How many did you get, Katie? 3.
I don't know. Yeah,
4?
I think.
Who'd you put down?
Stoff, Verline, Degrassi, DaCosta.
Yeah, 4.
I got confused with Sete because he's been like test and reserve driver for like 5 teams.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Tictum, the Gemini's full name is Daniel Charles Anthony Tictum.
Yeah, did you not know that?
Can you stop referring to him as the Gemini?
The Gemini.
You
the
literally-
My
Literally
favourite
out-
thing was putting earlier Geminio 333
Gemini 333.
because Sergio Sete
good.
Camera and Daniel Tictum are both Geminis for Neo 333.
I need to.
Have you ever seen Antonio Felix
Gemini's
Costa's
do
full
that.
name?
Antonio Maria de Mello Briana
Hello,
Felix da
Brian.
Costa.
Felix da Costa.
What a man.
Lucas Tuki Degrassi. Why is Jake Dennis just Jake Dennis?
Of course he is.
Don't mention his name because your Discord crashes.
Who? What, Jake Dennis?
Jake Jennis.
God, where's the place that he's from that Jack Nichols always says whenever he mentions about Jake?
Is it
Birmingham.
Nuneaton?
Oh,
No,
Nuneaton. Yeah.
Anytime he doesn't need a middle name. He just has the man from Nuneaton.
It's like
Doesn't
it's
need
like
anyone.
Martin Brundle with George Russell, the guy from King's Lynn.
He's in.
every single time we go, way.
It's like 2 years ago during like when it was called F3 Asia, like the commentator every
Oh my
time
God, I
they
know what
mentioned
you're
Dino
about.
Boganovic, it was like the Dynamite
Dino.
Wait, I
That was so traumatizing.
No, really, wasn't it just us on Discord just messaging when it was going on and there's like fucking Dynamite Dino? I can't remember who else it was, but he could not pronounce their name.
It was.
And I was like,
Oh, it was J-Han?
Jay
Was
Hans,
it
didn't
Jake?
he say
Oh.
like Gary Varla or something?
Oh, it was something.
there was
We were
another
like,
one. There was another one that it was just like there is no way on earth that it's ever been named that.
That reminds me, at London EPrix, I don't know if you guys had the same commentators inside as we did outside. They could not pronounce any of those.
Oh my God, it was so bad.
names. Literally, not a single one of them was
Yeah.
correct. I'm like, how are you
You know,
messing
just
up
hilarious.
Jake Dennis? How are you messing up Jake Dennis?
When
of all
you go
names?
overseas to watch the races, it's so funny because obviously the only thing you can really pick out is the names of like the Italian and the German commentary. And like in Rome, they said all of the English names with like such like lyricism. They were like Jack Dennis, or like Dan Tictum.
The thing I wouldn't be able to do that because I'd be there like the rest of the time afterwards going, Down. Tick-toon.
We weren't sharp about it.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we called him Tick-toon for like 3 days. It was great.
You know what though? That leads us perfectly on to question number 4.
Oh god.
Oh god, I forgot we were doing that.
Back at the program, Naomi. Back at the program. Before Neo 333 had the car numbers 33 and 3, which numbers did they run?
Oh, bloody clue.
I know one.
Got it.
I know one.
I think. I'm sure me and my friends mentioned this the other day.
If you know one, then you know the other. Before Neo 333 had the car numbers 33 and 3, which numbers did they run?
I'm ready.
Katie looks. This is the face that Katie pulls when she realizes Pierre Gasly's only 2 penalty points away from a race ban.
I don't think any of my Neo hats are on show over there. Well, you can't really see them in there.
I'm guessing because I don't know.
Well, you can have a point for each number.
I think I know one because I think I wrote it in the article.
I literally have no clue, so I'm writing one that's
I think.
a guess.
I
One's a
think
guess,
that
and then one's like
article is wrong.
maybe.
This is where we find out whether what I put in the article is wrong.
Ready? Listen to the question again, and then reconsider what you've put. Before Neo 333 had the car numbers 33 and 3, which numbers did they run?
Right, hold on. Let me just change my page.
You said it about 3 times. No.
They currently have Daniel Ticktum in 33.
I wonder if it's really this stupid. That's my only thing.
What have we got?
Well, I know that Neo at some point.
22, 22.
So is it?
It's
Is
not
it actually?
It's not. It's 8. It's 88.
Oh my god, I was gonna say.
8 and 88.
Oh, it's 82 because it's a lucky number in China.
8. Yeah, go okay. You can have the one for 8.
I know that because
8 and 88.
Jake Hughes, his first testing that he did, like the rookie testing, he did with Neo in the number 8 car.
I knew it was either 2 or 8 because it was like they did 8 because it's a lucky number in China.
Mm-hmm.
I've let my team
You
down.
just said
I'm sorry.
before 33, and I was like,
Before, yeah.
I didn't know if it was going to be like just 30. They got 33 and they got 3, so 30.
No, they've always kept with like, so they had obviously the 33 and 3 for 333, and then they were 88 and 8 for 888. Icons. Okay, 5 and 6 are kind of similar questions, okay?
Oh god.
2 points for each. Well, 2 points per question, so. Question number 5. Out of all of the Formula E champions, who took the most wins in the season they won? And how many did they win? How many races did they win in that season?
do we have to write the season as well?
No. You don't have to. I wrote the season down. Just because if you go, what season was it? I know.
I'm guessing.
Are you ready?
My life story with these quizzes.
Hit me with it, sunshines. That's if Yasmin's ready. Yasmin is.
No.
Jev 2008-5, Lucas Degrassi 7.
I
Jev,
refuse to write
8.
his name.
It was in fact Jean-Eric Verne. It was in 2018 as well, but it was 4 wins.
Oh.
Jev.
You know what? I'm actually like the fact that I'm like doing semi-decent at this quiz is actually like really making me feel like I am appropriate to be someone who writes about Formula E.
I couldn't imagine anyone better. You're going to see Yaz using the pit lane as a catwalk next year.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, like I
My
said,
dungarees.
question number 6 is very similar, but it's, the opposite to this. Out of all of the Formula E champions, who took the least wins in the season they won, and how many? Me and Katie are flirting. This is my most favourite fact that I know. Because it's so... When people go, okay, explain Formula E as like how chaotic is Formula E? And I just give them this statistic.
Wait a minute. Oh, I need to think. Now I think it might. Now I think I might be wrong.
Oh,
I'm
no.
scared.
How scared is scared? This is me fact checking
Fuck it.
myself quickly.
No,
I'm giving.
no.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to think.
Oh, I was correct. Okay, what have you got? Stoff 22, 1. Stoff 2, Antonio Vizcosta 1. It is in fact Stoffel Van Dorn 22, 1 in Monaco with one singular win, and he won the championship. How do you...
That happened in MotoGP as well. Any opportunity.
How do you... That's crazy. People are like, oh, you know,
Not
where's
consistency.
Formula E interesting? Well, actually, Stoffel Van Dorn managed to win the championship with 1 win.
Hang on,
Yeah, it happened in MotoGP as well.
my set has just.
My set. I was conflicted as to whether it was Nelson Piquet Jr. in the first year, but
Not that
I
much.
think he got 2. I think
Not
Yeah, I
that
was going to
much.
put him. I wasn't sure.
because I just had a feeling that maybe he won none.
No, he won the first one. Because they've told me that if I ever make Formula E quizzes, I have to leave that question out on like who won the first ever one, because they all refuse to write his name down. It's almost like Voldemort.
Yeah. We don't like talking about him.
We don't talk about.
If you say his name, he becomes real.
Oh,
Okay.
what's that?
I mean, who put a screenshot up earlier of Friends like after the surgery, and it's just comment is cut out, but you can just make out who it is. It's commented, "Get well soon." And it is he shall not be named. Commented on it saying,
I saw that as well.
"Get
I
well
was like,
soon." I was like, it's just a very comical cut.
Right. Okay, so Pedro and Mummy, you guys are both on equal points of 9 right now. And you are getting absolutely dicked by our guest, who is on 12. So if you guys
I
want...
was so excited.
If...
I was so excited for a moment there.
So if you guys want to regain any credibility, you need it in the bonus question here.
I never said I had credibility. I just said I was a fan.
The bonus question is, name the rounds of the 2022-23 season in order.
Lucky for you, I did a graphic.
Why is it pencil mode?
And I still can't remember.
I knew you were going to say that. I'm going to wee while you guys write. Editing Alice, insert that do 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 do.
That sounds like one of the national
myself.
Oh, I'm trying to remember how many there were now.
I've got the beginning and I've got the end. No.
Wait. Are we listing countries or like the rounds? Like, is in like Mexico City like?
Just
I
putting
reckon you
countries.
know the place.
Yeah, I'm just doing whatever.
Okay,
I'm doing
I'm just
country
gonna do.
athletes.
Yeah.
I've got no recollection of even doing this graphic at this moment in time. I remember these were together, but in what order I got no idea.
I hope you all behaved. This is the moment.
Yeah, we didn't cheat.
This is the moment where one of you googled it and you just shared it all between each other.
No, we're good eggs.
Yeah, I trust you are, Naomi, and I trust our guest to be. I will never.
One episode. One episode.
I will never forget the one episode Katie was doing so much. She went, yeah, I thought she was going to do the quiz on this, so I researched before. That will always make me. That is the smartest thing you have ever done in your entire life, and I'm so proud of you for it.
Called the Gemini in me.
Yeah, I've got no idea of anything, to be honest.
We know where the final one is.
Yeah,
I remember,
that's the only one I know. Well, and the
I
fifth
don't
one.
remember like where we went last, like where it went last year that like wasn't this year. I can't.
Oh,
think.
I remember another one, but I don't know when it happened.
There's
And it's gonna be
two, but I
spelled wrong.
can't remember the country. There's two that I
Yeah,
can't
it's
remember
gonna
the
be
country, but I
it's
know that
gonna
it's
be
two
spelled
rounds.
wrong,
Oh, it's fine.
but you can spare me.
I can spare you the disappointment. I'm trying to figure out which one. None of these have links for me to click them. Thanks.
Too late. And was there something in between there? I can't remember.
Oh, that's one new one that signed a letter of intent in January 2022.
Let's have a look at
Oh my
the Twitter.
god, we're organising it for my birthday.
Oh yeah! We both get birthday races this year.
I feel like I should know what it
Mine's
is
just
to
not
really be
Formula E.
together. Oh yeah, I was going to say that. And I was like, wait, what?
I've got Formula 1. Yes, it's got Formula E.
I think I've got
MotoGP.
GP.
I've got MotoGP.
I think I
So-
do.
Yeah.
Okay. What have we got? Naomi's not with the program.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Okay.
There.
Okay. It's coming up.
Okay.
Across.
Right. Okay.
And then-
Okay. So Mexico. Everyone's got Mexico City first, right? Everyone's got Mexico City first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Diriyah.
Yeah.
There's 2 rounds in Diriyah, but if you've just run Diriyah, I'll free
I
you.
put Diriyah.
Diriyah? Hang on.
Diriyah.
1, 2. And then we've got Hyperbad or India, or whichever one you've written.
Way out of place with that.
Anyone get Hyperbad in the right place? Is that even how it's pronounced?
Hyperbad.
Hyderabad. Yeah.
Hyderabad.
And then you got Cape Town in South Africa.
Also
My
in the wrong
heavy
place.
races.
Yeah, buddy. And then we go.
I just remember that it goes like.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really obscure for a championship that's all about saving the environment. Anyway, then we got this Sao Paulo EPrix.
Oh, I also have that in the wrong place.
And then we go to Berlin, which we have 2 rounds in Berlin. But if
I don't
you
even
just go
have that on
Berlin-
the calendar because I had no idea where it was.
Yeah. I got Berlini.
You 2 have both got Berlin in the right place, yeah? Not
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
1, 2, 2.
I'm 8 for 8 so far.
8 for nice. And then we got Monaco.
Yes.
Yep.
Nice. Finally, Naomi, back in the game. I've just fucked up Katie's score. Hang on. I fixed it. And then we go to Jakarta, or Indonesia.
Yeah.
There's Jakarta.
Did
Okay,
you
I
put
put
it in
Indonesia.
Did you put it in the
I
right
put
place?
Indonesia. Yeah, I put it in the right place. I just couldn't remember the name of like the Formula E something Grand Prix.
Did you put it in the
Is it
right
2
place,
rounds?
Naomi? Yes,
Yeah.
it's 2
Yeah.
rounds.
In Jakarta.
Yeah, I was going to say because I've got 2 written down.
Yeah.
And then we go to Portland, in the United States
Yeah.
of America.
Which
I
is
mean,
4 days
technically,
after
yeah.
I fly back from the Indy 500, my Indy 500 trip. I am furious.
That's so annoying.
I say just extend.
Especially with Portland.
You all got Portland, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Naomi's still in the game, somewhat. And then we have 2 rounds in Rome and 2 rounds in London.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's at least I got that part completely right.
I could not tell you
Ow.
the dates of things, but I know the order.
I could probably tell you some, but that's because I've
I
got them
just
like
know that
mentally up
there's
here for work.
almost a month between this round and then obviously second round. Then there's a full month between round 3 and 4. There's 2 rounds, so there's like a full month in between, and then there's another
That's-
2 rounds. It's like it's like 3 weeks, I think.
Crazy.
That's the Sao Paulo. It's like in between like a 6-week.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're going to Indonesia and America, just right in between Europe. We're just gonna go Europe, Europe, Indonesia, America, Europe, Europe. Europe, Europe, Europe.
I want to say they have 2 sets of freight, and that's why they do it.
Maybe.
I believe there's some stuff like some of the stuff I think do they freight everything? I don't know, but they have 2 sets of some stuff, so I think they send some of it. I don't know. That might be mistaken. I remember somebody telling me about it.
Could be, could be. That would make sense. Because I know they're working really hard to offload all of their like carbon footprint this year.
Yeah. I have British Superbikes on my birthday. It's at Knock Hill.
What's on Neom's birthday?
That's in MotoGP.
Oh. My birthday's on a Tuesday. I gotta catch a flight.
Which you I'm booking my flight for that. I'm like, why are we all flying on Hamilton's birthday?
Because I want to come home for
It's
a
like
Chinese.
Priorities.
I want to spend my birthday with my friends, but I also want a fat Chinese and a bottle of wine.
Do you want a fat Chinese before we fly?
Oh, don't tickle me pickle like
Double.
that.
We can get in. I'll get you from the station and we can go and get a fat Chinese.
Oh, you're so good to me. Stop. Okay. Hang on.
It's been a day.
It's been a day. Okay, so by the way, in P3 this week we had Mummy with 19.
Say, I wonder who.
In P2 we had Pedro with 25, and you guys let the guest dick you with 28 points.
Are we surprised though?
You bring
Formula E queen.
You know what? You guys thought that with Celeste gone you may have a chance, and here you are.
I said at the start. They know.
I'm
I didn't
worthy
have
of my job. Woohoo!
Yaz is gonna like send this clip to her job and be like, look, see, I am good at my job. I know everything, I swear.
There's Daytona Poly this weekend.
You
It's
can
Raw before the 24.
It's IMSA, isn't it? I'm not good
Yes.
I'm not good with IMSA, so you can take IMSA.
It's
IMSA.
I did not prepare for this, but it's still my favourite thing ever. I could never, like, last season, literally, all was on my mind was IMSA.
I watched
Because Alex was racing there.
I watched one IMSA race and I fell asleep 2 hours before the end and missed the last 2 hours.
Wasn't it
Why
Petit
are you
Le Mans?
watching that?
I like racing.
Me too.
I'm sure that's what Christian Horner would say. We're definitely not there for any other reason. One thing we can be excited about. Come to me. Guess who makes his racing return for the Daytona 24? None other than
For fuck's sake. Alexander Sims.
and
Do you realise?
Jack Aitken. Isn't that the most precious racing boy lineup you've ever seen in your life?
And because if you include the wet lineup of the exact same team, we have Alex squared back together.
When is the Daytona 24?
Not this weekend, the
Next
weekend after.
weekend.
Oh, I'm working.
But they're qualifying this weekend.
I should
Tom
probably
Blom
give
is
us
driving with Helio Castro Neves and
Oh, what a
Simon
lineup!
Rashford, which is like the most cursed lineup ever.
Oh,
but I
what a
love it.
lineup!
And then obviously the Bus Bros in LMP2.
well-
If LMP2 as a thing could not get any better, the Bus Bros are there.
Literally.
Yes.
There's gonna be chaos.
I want to make a bet.
Oh no.
Well,
Oh.
you know, we were sitting there and saying that the 24 hours of like Le Mans and that lot they do, they have like their driver and then they have like a proper pay driver, like a celebrity sort of driver.
Yeah.
Right? And 9 times out of 10, at least one team will have Michael Fassbender.
I was going to say it's always Michael Fassbender.
Right?
Yeah.
He will spin on the formation lap like he did last year, and I will drink a tequila shot.
Stunning.
This bitch never
Right, this
touches
is coming
tequila.
from the first.
This
I
bitch
don't
never
touch
touches
tequila.
tequila.
I don't.
We are fiends for tequila shots. We'll go out and we're like buying tequila shots, and she says, "Get fucked. I'm not having one." We're in the
I can't
hotel
stand the
having
smell of
tequila
it.
shots. She's like, "I'm not having it."
If Michael Fassbender like drives and he spins, I'll extend it. First 5 laps. Between yeah.
Ed
You
Jones
heard it here
is doing,
first.
Daytona 5, the Daytona 24 as well. Ed Jones, good guy. What a guy.
Oh,
Ledge.
I love Ed Jones
BBQ.
so much. Bloody IndyCar Ed Jones. What a bloody legend.
That's the only
remember
reason
any
how I know
time-
who Ed Jones is, because everyone refers to him as IndyCar Ed Jones.
IndyCar Ed Jones.
Anytime something would happen in Indy with him, it would just be like, no, IndyCar Jones!
I mean, who's that
I
over there?
can't
Oh, it's
remember
IndyCar
what
Ed
year
Jones.
it is. One of the years that he did I think, no, it was his second year that he did the Indy 500, right? You know, when they like all come out and they get introduced, he's just stood there, like they announce him, and he stood there like some NPC, like just like.
He's the Sims character when I cancel what I'm doing. Cancel what he's
Literally.
doing.
And it's so funny. It's so funny. It's the best thing ever. They're like, Edward Jones! And he's like, just no thoughts.
No thought.
No
empty.
thought.
You're gonna have to give me like a rundown of what the fuck the Bus Bros are. I shouldn't have spoken.
You don't know what
Fuck!
Bus Bros are?
No.
You don't know what
Alice.
Bus Bros is?
This is an indie thing,
What?
isn't it?
You were meant to be getting into Indy.
Yeah, okay,
What?
it hasn't started yet.
It wasn't this year you were meant to be getting into Indy.
My literal lock screen on my
yeah,
phone.
it's a guy in a cow suit.
I love it!
And I think it's very cute. I still don't know what it is though. But...
So
It's Scott.
This is Scott
Is that
McLaughlin.
that's the guy that I kept saying his name wrong and you kept yelling at me and going
Scott Glock.
he would yell at you because I said Scott McLaughlin and you said don't call him that.
Oh, he
All right, David
Oh, dear.
Malukas.
Is that the guy that
Yes.
cool.
Yes.
Yaz's favourite.
Yeah. I love him.
be perfect for me. I love Joseph, so
I love Joseph too. I love them all. Literally, like me and Kate have the same like IndyCar top 5, and if I meet any of them while I'm in America, like I will shit myself.
Who are your top 5?
Yaz's next appearance on Bus Bros. You heard it here first.
Formula E Janice shits herself in IndyCar paddock. So my top 5 in IndyCar, in no particular order: Joseph Newgarden, Scott McLaughlin, David Malukas, Pato O'Ward, Connor Daly.
Cool.
What a great group.
What's
I
yours-
love
what's yours,
Indy. I
Naomi?
miss Indy.
What's
I
your
don't actually
favorite?
know. I feel like it changes so much. I mean,
Yeah,
I
Connor.
can't even remember who's on it
Connor
this year.
Daly.
Connor. Let me look at the grid.
Which is, it made me chuckle that you were like, I'm gonna guess Connor Daly earlier, and I was like, I couldn't tell you what Connor Daly does except IndyCar.
I can tell you who that
No
man
thoughts,
is.
no vibes, just IndyCar.
Yeah.
So in my head, I was like, Connor Daly drives car.
Yeah, see, I would
Connor
go
Daly
drives
definitely.
car.
Who?
Who's that too?
Naomi. She started listing
Oh,
things out.
I thought you took.
No.
So I would definitely go Joseph. This isn't in order. Pato, Alex Palou. I don't even know what a little more. It's not fair.
I know
Mm.
3 IndyCar driver names, so that's my top 5.
Two. Go
I
on.
could give you Callum
Go
Isle.
Well done.
Yeah.
Pato O'Ward. Pato O'Ward. And Joseph Newgarden.
My
Oh no, I know 4. Ed Jones. Sorry.
He's not
Like,
there
he isn't
anymore.
there anymore.
My top 5 in
You didn't say
IndyCar
this season.
is Callum Ilott,
Sorry. Oh, can I guess number 4?
Callum Ilott, and in fact, Callum
Callum
Ilott.
Okay, cool.
Don't ask me.
If you want to know things about IndyCar, speak to Jerome from Feeder Series.
Jerome right now asleep and me just texting him. Jerome, can you please give me a complete rundown of everything IndyCar? And he'd be like,
Me and
No,
Celeste
he's
will
in
do
the
it
pub at
some
the
point.
moment.
He's in the pub.
Yeah.
Wow.
Me and Celeste will give you a rundown because whenever it's IndyCar, it's literally just me and Celeste like screaming at each other on Discord.
I will watch IndyCar when I receive my Yonkos hat.
Oh, that's never then.
I was going to be like, yeah! No, that's not going to happen.
I've told Alice that she needs to give me, before I go to America, she needs to give me a written note from her to Callum, and I'm going to take it all the way to America with me on the off chance that I see Callum. And I'm not going to ask him for a picture. I'm not going to ask him for an autograph. I'm just going to give him this piece of paper.
I'm gonna be like,
And
yes.
walk off.
Can you stand here? Okay, Callum, can you go to
And
this
it's just going to
please?
say like, it's just going to be like, suck a toe, love Alice, or something like that.
P.S. Where's my Yonkos
Give me
hat?
my hat.
Give me
Yeah.
this stupid
But
hat.
if you're
right?
anything like me in London, like I'm going to be transporting this. Well, apparently it's in the UK, but
Yeah, apparently. This is the thing, is that this hat has been in circulation for probably about a year now, I want to say. This
Must
hat.
be, yeah.
Okay? It must be over a year now, this hat. It was when Callum, he'd only just started out really in IndyCar. And I said to him, can you get me one of them Yonkos hats? I will give you the money for this Yonkos hat, just so that I've got something to support you with. Because you couldn't get anything when he was in F2. And I had Ferrari bits from when he was, like, you know, so it was kind of like almost represent for when he was in GT. And then I was like, I want a Yonkos hat, but I do not want to have to pay the fees and the customs from it to come from America. So, you know? And he was like, yeah, it's fine. He was like, you don't have to pay me. He was like, I will just grab you a hat and I'll bring it down. And I was like, calm. He was like, and then when we see each other, I'll bring you a hat. I'm like, cool. Our schedules have never once fucking aligned in my entire life. And this Yonkos hat, every single time, he's always like, it's here, it's in the UK, it's at my house. That bitch is sat at home right now with my Yonkos hat. I still don't have it. Like, and probably a year and a half later. I will never see this Yonkos hat. He's gonna, like, go out the back. He has to be like, give me the hat. And he's just gonna go out back and be like, here's another one. Sorry. Sorry.
1, 2.
Sorry. The fucking
Hat tax.
If I ever get that Yonkos hat, like, I'm gonna clip this back in the future for TikTok. That if I ever get this fucking Yonkos hat, congratulations to me. If I manage to get that Yonkos hat before July, I will be shocked.
Before 2024.
The Yonkos hat will be mine.
You're going to get the Yonkos hat when Callum no longer drives for Yonkos. Like, he's going to move teams, and you're going to get.
So true.
It'll be
The Yonkos
considered
hat.
vintage by the time you get it.
Oh no, literally.
Mm.
At that point, I'll be like, can you just, like, sign it so I can sell it at this point? What's the point of me wearing a Yonkos hat? You're gone. I'll
When he wins the Indy 500.
Yeah. I'll keep the Yonkos hat for that. Is it Cappuccino? Sapino?
Canapino.
There you go. Kind of.
Bless you.
It's because do you know who I have on the brain? You know exactly who I've got on the brain.
What's Peter? I don't know.
We were talking about him the other day. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to say this out loud or if I'm gonna have to bleep it out. The Jesus loves you.
Stingray Rob!
Oh, Stingray Rob. Stingray Rob broke the stream.
Broke the podcast.
Stingray Rob breaks everything. That's such a fun name. I wish I had a name like Stingray.
Do you know what? it just adds. This is not going in, but it just adds to the whole like his family are like devout Jesus people, like like God Squad to the max. Like they are like fully paid up members of the God Squad. Like they are like his merch says like has a Bible verse on it. Like he loves Jesus. Like
Wait,
the
what's
fact
his
that
name?
you
I love
believe
you,
that
Jesus.
like the fact that you believe that like life is a gift from God, and you look at like you've just birthed this child, and you look at it and you go, Stingray. Yeah.
Oh, you looked at
Eat his
Stingray
food.
Rob.
Why is it the
Wait, I
yodeling
want to look
clip
this up now.
in like 5 years time?
Yo, alright, my name's Topher.
Gopher!
Hey, my name's Gopher, and I'm.
No, we don't
You
talk.
already know who I am.
Stingray Rob.
Stingray.
Oh my god. That is
Wait.
the most American man I have seen in my
Yeah.
entire
Someone
life.
sat there.
What's his star sign?
Oh,
What's the-
Sting.
What's his star sign?
He is
It
born
is
September 3rd.
Oh, he's a Virgo. That's the same birthday as my ex. Do you wanna promote the journaling, journaling, not the journalism, the journaling.
Yes.
The journalism.
If you want to hear my thoughts, not about Formula E, just in general, no. Yeah. So if you've enjoyed hearing my ramblings about Formula E, I write for Motorsport Week. We have a publication that comes out every Monday called Motorsport Mondays. There's a lovely 9-page spread in there this week about the Mexico EPrix. I will be writing them for them, hopefully, if they like me, for the whole season. So you should check that out.
They would be silly to let you go. My social media manager. I can't insert the emoji, so I have to do that thing. For anyone who doesn't know, I joined Yaz at Feeder Series, and she's now technically my boss. And every single time, her or Floris, who owns it, send anything and ask me to do it, I just go on it. Without fail.
She started choosing that emoji. Like you've been in the team a week, and you already like the Feeder Series is run on the nails emoji and the emoji. That's it.
Or no. If someone does something good as well, it's the thumbs up react. That's how I know I've done good. Thumbs up react. Like perfect.
From Jeroen and Floris. Or sometimes if Floris is really grateful,
Oh yeah. Thank you guys for stopping by. I need to stop doing it from this angle because this angle of my face is so clapped. There we go. Thank you guys for stopping by and joining the podcast. Thank you to Yaz for joining us.
Thank you.
thank you for having me.
You're always welcome at the Parc'd Up podcast by Parc Parc'd Up podcast by Parc. That is a mouthful. Why did we... No, I know I went with it because it's such a fun play on words. Because you park up
Find
on the
anything
Parc
else.
Ferme, Parc Fem.
We couldn't think of anything else.
Up. It was great. It was great. That was like, it was a eureka moment when it came to us. Anyway, if you are listening, oh god, I've got to do this spiel. If you're listening to us on Spotify, Google, or Apple Pay, that's incorrect. If you're listening to us on Spotify, Google, or Apple Podcast, don't forget to give it a 5-star rating because we deserve it. We're going back to being big-headed in 2023. Give it a follow, give it a like. If you're watching over on YouTube, give it a like. Let us know in the comments how you did on the quiz. If you did better than these lot, not difficult.
Which probably isn't hard.
Maybe
Maybe Fiat's. Maybe Fiat's
Not
score.
rude.
Maybe.
I got one
3
question
points
wrong.
less than her. I got 3 points.
I can't say much,
You
so.
can edit. You can do all the podcast promo tomorrow yourself.
What's anything mean about you? Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you're not following us over on Instagram or Twitter, it's at parkfem_, because someone took parkfem. Rude. Also, parkfem_ on TikTok. We are closing in on 300 followers, which is crazy because last podcast I said thank you guys for 200, and now we're closing in on 300. So clearly, me sat spending about 4 hours rambling about Formula E into 9 minutes worth of videos was worth it. I lost the plot halfway through it, but it was great and it was fun. So thank you guys for stopping by.
I witnessed her losing the plot. I lost the plot as well because I had to hear the audio over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
make sure you guys check us next. I don't think we've got anything going up Friday, do we? Question mark.
No.
Cool. See you guys
Not
next
something I know of.
Wednesday. I've forgotten the schedule. See you guys next Wednesday for another episode of the Parc'd podcast by Park Fem. Ciao bella.
Ciao, Villa.
Ciao
Ciao,
bella.
bella.
Don't ask why we're Italian here. We always say ciao bella. Ciao bella. Ciao bella, ciao bella, ciao bella.